Oh, just as I yawn, I am slightly tired. I will not lie. I'm very tired coming in. I was doing really good. So, I don't know if that's just going to be the theme every Wednesday after doing classical conversations. But I do get tired. And by the afternoon, like I actually was much stronger in energy and more vibrant this morning. But come afternoon, in fact, I was this close from sleeping through. So hold on a second. Hey, can you help me? Will you help me? Are you on Wi-Fi or data? Thank you. Okay, so that's a little better already. And will you go check your siblings if they're on Wi-Fi or data and let them know it's a good time to go outside? Okay. Doing a little housekeeping with everybody because I notice a huge difference when they're on Wi-Fi. So definitely a huge difference. Give them a little break from that and send them outside. So when the tough gets going, the mama keeps going. Isn't that how it is? I feel like that has been kind of unintentional living for me for the last, I don't know, 2 years it has been since the house flooded. Something like that. We might actually be in a place that our house will be sold at the end of the month. After all this time waiting, could be happening. So anyways, yesterday I came home. I'm going to talk about this in tomorrow's video. I came home from classical conversations and my fridge wasn't working at all. If you go outside and you play in the water, you can get in the soda. You can have a soda as long as your sister's with you. The things you do to be on live YouTube, right? The constellations you make. Sure, have a soda. Twins at Heart and Family. Hey, Born to Book. Hi, I don't know if I've had you both here before. I don't think I've had you here before or coming into one. Joelle has made it. Antonia's his 8th day of school. All 3 are still alive. And Mama's alive, so that's huge. We're definitely we have a hard time Wednesday. We're just slow. Doing the community classical conversations day is a lot for me and for the kids. So Wednesdays are so slow. And then last week, oh, I'm so sorry. We just got busy. And so it's like trying not to do those same things again, which let's hope that happens. Kind of deal. We've been using a lot of Quizlet. That's been one of our ways of making things happen. And by using Quizlet, I don't have to worry about the other kids getting into the note cards. I don't have to worry about losing the note cards. Did they really get made? And then it's kind of fun because there's games built into Quizlet. So if you haven't done Quizlet, check it out. I really like the Quizlet too because a lot of the times you can share lists and cards and things. So doing the Latin, the Henley Latin, there's a lot of Henley Latin books. What about getting some orange juice? There's orange juice left, right? Apparently we're going to share it. I'm glad you're not trying to pour it, though. That's very good. Because when you're 3 and you pour things, you make a mess. And that's not always good. Sorry. Did I tell you I'm a little distracted and tired today? And then I have my kids. So I think y'all are going to be heading outside. Bubba, what are you doing? I don't want you on Wi-Fi right now. So I need you to get off that and I need you to do your next thing. I don't have Wi-Fi. I don't feel like I'm making progress today. Do you ever have that like real life mom You're not going to get on the computer right now, no. They're surrounding me. The true life of it. I'm having a hard time concentrating. It's like nobody cares. So, I hope you heard that. It's like nobody cares. All right. So when tough gets going, mama keeps going. And that's kind of like where I'm at right now with the fridge going, with kind of being tired and things keep going. I mean, there's times it's just like, I don't want to do any of it. I kind of want to go take a mom break. And yet that's not going to really help things at all. And we have that point where it's just like trying to get forward, and you feel like you're buried to your knees in the sand or something, and you can't move forward. And it doesn't just happen, like circumstances, how to put it, not even circumstances. I'm really going to struggle through this because maybe that's how we're going to make the point, is that it's not just, oh, the refrigerator broke, and that's what becomes your issue. It also becomes your issue, like, I'm tired, I'm physically exhausted, my brain doesn't want to connect, which, by the way, I'm supposed to be studying for my test. I have not studied because I've been so tired the last 2 weeks keeping up, and I'm just hoping, like, the things with, hey, this is a good time for you to go outside and take care of things that need to be, I don't know, animals, take your brother and sister out to the sandbox, to give yourself a break since you've been so productive this morning. Oh, flip the laundry for me. Thank you. Because he's looking at me. So anyway, there's so many things. It's like one more thing. What did I just read? Like, a mom does the job of 20 but doesn't get paid. And it is that. It's just like constantly doing stuff. Sarah D says, I take a mom break with 5 kids driving through the coffee shop drive-through. Kids know they are in trouble when that happens. I love it. I do love it. I sometimes just, like, one of the things we've been really successful at doing in the tough times is this tiny house. And in the last month, we've really done an amazing job at just making it feel big, or not even big, but just enough. And keeping our house in a way that's comfortable and picked up. And usually it's never picked up. And then all of a sudden we're turned around and I'm like, we are back to having an unpicked up house again. And I had to remind myself that it doesn't actually matter what size it is. It's just what life is. And the blessing is it's such a small space, it doesn't take very long to pick up. The hard part is it's always under your feet. And I have a hard time being under your feet. And here's the thing, any situation, there's always going to be life situations. It doesn't matter. And it feels like, as mom, because we're juggling so much and keeping so much in the air, that I don't know, we feel it worse. We feel it worse, and yet nobody really wants to know about it, is kind of what happens. Somebody's counting now. They're really giving me a hard time today. I'm tired. I feel like I should be napping, which doesn't work well because I'm like, oh, we're only 10 minutes in and I'm only this far. Oh, wow. It's just when we start feeling the situations start coming in, and as we struggle through those situations, oh, there they go. There's one, there's two, maybe. I might get my concentration. I just might get my concentration back. All right, and so you're always going to have these situations that come up. And it's just like the little thing that they say, boiling water, the same boiling water that make hard potatoes soft, make eggs hard. And it doesn't have to deal with the situation, and it has to deal with you and what you're made of to make it there. And I feel like we've gotten really good about just making the best of it. In fact, to a point of making it a family quality, like just roll with it. It's all good. The part of just rolling with it that stops working is when you do too much and you're exhausted, and then things start getting out of control, or you allow things to accumulate. Like in our situation, I have to constantly keep tabs and things have to get put away, which is not, in the ADHD world of my home, something that happens naturally. Okay. So, hey, we are in survival mode. We don't always eat that way, but we do keep good things back there just in case. Oh my goodness, they really are giving me a hard time today. Hey, will you go out? Leave this off. You cannot put this on anymore. You need to go outside and help Leona. Are you going out there with Leona? Yeah. Thank you. Go. I'll stay with her. Oh. Because he's bringing a box of Snap Pops. You can't put those on because every time I need you, you're completely gone. Just for a little longer. Because she's listening to music. So this is what she's doing. This is how you do a tiny house. Are these. Maybe this is what I need. Oh, this might be what I need. I'm blocking out all the sounds of everybody else. So what she's been doing is she puts her earbuds in and she listens to her music, and then she puts these on and all the sounds are blocked out. It's amazing. Can't hear him. I know he's here. See, look, he's here. And I don't need to know what he's saying. I can be focused on you. So I can't hear you. No. What? This is awesome. Oh, no. So anyway. All right. So where are you guys at? So Sarah says, yep, divide and conquer. Born to Book says, yes, I just told my hubby I have 4 full-time jobs. Right? Crystal's made it. Angela's made it. Sarah says, when you hit a brick wall, you can't roll with it anymore. Just remember, this too shall pass. Right. And sometimes when you hit a brick wall, it's like, oh, my plate's so full, it's about to break. I need to kick stuff off. And it's good to kick stuff off and take kind of that break in doing so. So we've been working through, we're using everything we can, and the other part too is tailoring what you're doing best. So, we're doing classical conversations. I don't think we're going to be the best classical conversations family, but I already see the benefit in doing it. So I don't say that we're going to quit. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if we're living up to the potential of classical conversations, but it's been really amazing to watch the changes that are happening with the kids. And those changes are just taking the ownership. Having that one day a week with them, even though we're with other kids, has been huge. I'm hoping we'll acclimate to the amount of energy it requires. It's not something we're used to. I was actually looking at getting us to join a clogging group next week. Oh no, Joelle, I'm so sorry. I just got totally sidetracked. I just went through work thought the pain of getting bids from contractors who don't show up and do never send bid or don't send bids. Don't say that. So we're going to build a house, and I can't wait till we get all into the details and start sharing that. The funny part is we're not building a house much bigger than this, because Well, what we did was realizing this wasn't a long-term solution, even though each day we're here longer, was the fact that with the house not selling and what we own, we had a little buffer of money that we could afford to build something with. And we started making plans. We might be building like a 1,400 square foot house, 1,400 square foot house, I think. And it's long and narrow. We're essentially building a single wide mobile home with a loft. And I'm actually really excited because it puts us on the other side of the road next to the goats and the animals and everything. And it'll be under a tree canopy, but it'll be the ability to rent later on, depending on what we want to do. So I'm excited. It's still in the works, hopefully soon. And my nose is bothering me today. Hopefully that will stop. Caitlin says, you're encouraging me. Thankful for real life, though. Thank you. Because I feel really rough. Like, I'm not high energy today. I'm usually so much high energy. And sometimes I feel if I don't bring it with high energy, I'm a really low. And sometimes that's thought of as me being an extrovert, that I'm high energy all the time. And it's funny because I collect a lot of introvert friends. And I'm starting to think, I hope it's not the cat bothering my nose. The cat's been bothering everybody. I don't know what the cat's doing, but for some reason the cat's been bothering everybody. So I'm starting to think maybe there's not a lot of extroverts in the world anymore. I don't know where they went. I don't seem to find them very well. So I've been around a lot of introverts, and introverts are like, oh, I'm so exhausted by being with people. And I'm like, okay, I have a flip side. I am so energized when I'm with people. Don't leave her out there alone. Go. So, anyways, I lost my train of thought again. Anyway, so we're always talking. They're like, oh, I'm exhausted by being around people and so forth. And I'm just like, they don't think I get exhausted. And I'm like, I might be energized with people, but I quickly do become exhausted and it takes me a while to come back. And they didn't realize that. And I'm like, in fact, I probably crash harder because even though I'm high energy, I get exhausted and I crash harder. I'm so thankful that you guys though, but seriously, thank you so much for reassuring me that even though I can't come high energy, that you'll still take me. Sarah says, we're still here, but we are afraid to say anything because it's always misconstrued now. By who? I wonder who's misconstrued. All right, so let's see. I want to know more about that. I've wondered, and sometimes I've worried about that, like making YouTube videos and stuff and being taken out of context. I worry about that a lot. I could do a whole video about that. I had somebody local that saw one piece of video of something I did and swore that had everything to do with them and misconstrued what I said, and it came back to bite me and came after me with a vengeance. And that was in my personal life, not even on YouTube. I was like, really? That was kind of shocking. But I figured, I guess it's inevitable. It's going to happen to do that. I don't know. Joel says, we have so tons of new construction, so the contractors can pick and choose. So a 1936 house is not their first choice. Yeah, my last one was not in the 50s. And I think the people who are going to buy it are actually planning to do the work themselves. So I figured that's good. You know? All right, so Sarah says, say we want to be open to our faith and we're extroverts, but if we try to show our faith, then we're told we're too intolerant, which wasn't even part of the discussion. Amen. Girl, I know what you mean. A lot of times because I do come off and I am an extrovert in my presentation, they don't think I'm a listener. Now, granted, there's times I have to tell myself to stop talking. I agree to that. But yeah. I'm feeling you. Hey, Lady Flora, how are you? So, I don't know. So, I've been thinking about a lot of things. It's like last night when we're emptying out the fridge, it would have been so easy to have been in tears. It would have been so easy to be angry. It would have been so easy to cry. But I had to like remind myself of a couple of different things. And I know that this is a blessing of my situation. And this isn't the norm, the whole 9 yards. When I left yesterday morning, I had an idea something was wrong with the freezer. And I just kind of did a quick inventory and I said, if I lost everything, what would be the most important thing that I still had? And I just was like, I just grabbed those and put them in. And then I came home and seen it, like I realized the whole fridge was not working. And so I just waited for my husband and said, yeah, I don't think this is working. And it gave me an opportunity to clean up the fridge, and just kind of make the best of it. And what I realized is it's an inconvenience, but I keep a fridge on my porch. And at the house across the street, I have a fridge. So I'm not like completely, about to be in. And my husband are looking at fridges to buy. And for once, usually I get really frustrated with him. Everything's used. Everything's always used or free or whatever. And I was like, I don't really care for that. Sometimes I want everything to look really good and be really nice. And I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh, this fridge that is dying, because somebody's like, oh, you can fix it. I'm like, if this is somebody's cast off that was already been of zero value that we made use, I don't know how much value is left of it. And we've been using it for at least 2 years, actively using it for 2 years as refrigerator that free to us. And I'm kind of like, oh, well, it didn't cost me anything. It's not like something, I mean, now granted, groceries, I had some, but most of the stuff I lost, I should have gotten rid of and cleaned out my fridge a while back. So yeah, so I'm just like, I lost an appliance I didn't buy. I've only bought, in my adult life, I bought one refrigerator. I've owned upwards to 5 or 6 of them. One refrigerator I've owned. That's it, just one. Or one that I bought of the 5 or 6 I own, which is amazing. I'm not a big go out and buy appliances, but it's amazing. Like if you wait and hang out long enough, somebody's getting rid of a fridge. And at the same time, I would love to have matching appliances. And I'm not all like, hey, let's be frugal and save here. But then realizing I have to work with what my husband's willing to do. And he doesn't want to buy new appliances. No, I want y'all to stay outside. Stay outside for a little bit. There's popsicles out there. Go. Anything it takes to keep them outside. Not a high viewing video live chat today. Oh, well, it doesn't even matter. I don't even care. Yeah, he's going to get you a popsicle. But going, okay, well, if he's not going, stay, there shouldn't be any on the porch. This is talking about, I'm just going to keep pushing through. Keep pushing through. So going through, so what are my options? Because it all decides on how I deal with it. And the only thing I could do that I could get somewhat of what I want is either to do a couple things. Not care and give up, or get some appliance paint. He didn't shut that door all the way. and touch it up with some appliance paint and make it look good. And you know what? Why not? Why not? That's kind of where I've gotten to. Instead of being caught up in what I don't have, we've been dealing a lot with feast and with classical conversation and discussing about the fact that when a kid comes, we don't focus on what's not brought to the table, but we focus on what's there. And that has been a big game changer. That's like a whole new mentality. And it's so easy, especially as homeschool moms, we can become very critical of our kids, worrying about what they're not doing, that we miss what they are doing. And we can do that in life where we are so focused on what's not here that we don't even see what is here. And that has been a big game changer for me. And when the going gets tough, instead of looking at my delinquencies of what I need, I look at where I have in abundance. And I look at it, what I have in abundance, even if I'm tired, even if I don't feel like it, even if I'm not in the mood. I look for what's in abundance. And then for the most part, I put on some music and I have a dance party. I know that sounds crazy, but I've noticed too as I've gotten older, tired, I don't want to move. I like it when I was walking. I can't wait for the heat to leave so that I can start walking. And I'm not walking, and I'm finding like if I just have a dance party, I kind of release the stress. One of my favorite ones, and I didn't realize how much I needed it, is reconnecting with my cousin. Oh my goodness. So me and my cousin almost grew up like sisters. We look so much alike, it's not funny. And we hadn't been in contact, and I was like, Marco Polo would really work well. And we both have our trying times going on, we're both at the same age, and we got a house full of kids. We live across the country. And it's just kind of been so fun that when we both need to cheer me up, we can be there for each other. And I don't know what it is about leaving a recorded video message. Funny as all get out, because I do the stuff I would have done if I was 17 years old, being crazy. So when one of us is having a hard time, we challenge each other to a dance party based on a year or a decade kind of deal, just to really just mess with each other and push the limits. And at times, it's just me dancing. At times, it's me and my children, or it's her and her children. And I just died laughing because she did it. And she's got these boys, these cute boys, and her best, her significant other just dance partying. And it's just so fun. And it's just silliness. And it's remembering to still be silly. So last night, I did a parody. Now, I'm not certain anybody's going to love my parody because I actually sent this one to my mom and her. I videoed me singing, and let's just say, I think it was, "Can anybody find me somebody to love?" No, no, no. It was one of those like, our, "He's just a poor boy." No, I don't know what song. I did it to one of those like hard rock songs, to the fact of like, "My fridge is gone and I'll never have a new one. Is it gone? Is it gone?" Just kind of messing around. And I know these are like dumb little things, but they're the things I do to keep me from losing my ever loving mind, from losing my poop, because I'm not going to cuss on YouTube, losing my poop. Because there are times like it's just so exhausting. It's hard, and I'm not going to lie. As much truth as I'm bringing you, it's so much easier to bring you truth when I'm in a good mood, or when I don't feel like my world's falling apart. It's just, there it is. It's easy to show you my house when only it's clean and it looks perfect and it looks like we're successful. Um, we it's easy to do that. You know, it's easy to say I can live under difficult circumstances as long as I make it look good. And how many people are only presenting that? And yet then we're looking at it like, I don't have it half as bad as you and I can't make it. So there must be something wrong with me. That's not true. I have a friend, he says it every time I see him. And as we complain and we do a little complaining, he said, I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you what right now. We're not going to put our junk out there or anything like that. But if all of us sat at a table together right now and we put all of our problems on the table and we take a good look at everybody's problems, you'll pick your problems up first. You will. And as much as it seems like somebody else has got something better, what they're going through is something you might not even realize it's happening. And it's just rough at times. It's just hard. And that's okay. And it's exhausting. But you got to keep momming. What are your tricks? What are the things that you're doing that help you keep going? So yeah, mine is silliness, is finding somebody to appreciate my silliness, which recorded messages do really well. Kind of deal. Let me go back up here and go up. All right, so there was Sarah D. And she says, yes, and ladies, I know, yep, Lady Flora's here. She says, yes, we're too loud when all we are trying to do is be happy. That's me. I'm loud. If I'm in a good mood, everybody's going to hear me. And that's who I am. But that's who I'm made to be. God has designed me to be this. I am this cup of tea. I am not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm the cup of tea that God made me for the people he intends me to be with. And that's important. And if I try to change my flavor of who I am, then I'm denying the purpose he has for those people. And I will not fit them in what I'm supposed to do and be. And I know some people want you quiet and some people want you this. And sometimes you have to close your mouth to listen to your introvert friends. They're not going to push past you. There are those accommodations to make, but don't change the flavor for who you are. And if they don't like you being loud, then they're not the people that need you. And maybe they're not your cup of tea. You ever think about that? Maybe they're not right for you. And you should know that you want something else. So sometimes us loud people are looking for a place for who belongs to us. Or not who we belong to. And instead of looking for who we belong to, we should be looking for those who fit us and those who belong with us instead of looking to be found. And go into a method of I will find those people versus they will find me. Family Root says we are on a waiting list here for classical conversations. Oh man. Also look into other communities nearby if it's worth the drive. If the drive's not too bad. I kind of wish I would have done that maybe last year. I mean, it's all in good timing, and where we got to is good where we got to. I should have done it last year, though. I think it would have been really good. I am drinking a Winn-Dixie soda. I'm not going to lie. We all got our limits. I've never bought any furniture new in my life, and I'm 42. The only appliance we've gotten new was a dishwasher, and we had 3 of them since we moved to our rural area 5 years ago. I've been looking at, so I have these chairs. I bought them on Craigslist. I have a love-hate with them. I think they were adorable. They were probably unused since '83 when they were purchased. They immediately got dirty, which was really hard. And the fabric is really, it's made out of like a duck cloth, but it's not nearly as strong as it once originally was. So it's kind of falling apart. They roll, but they don't swivel. And they're comfortable because they do hug you, but at the same time, they're not quite comfortable. They came with an ottoman, and the ottoman instantly destroyed. The kids sitting on it and stuff. it instantly fell apart. The fabric just disintegrated. And then this is what real life looks like in my house. Let's see if I can get, there's my daughter. Oh, isn't she adorable? But, you know, sometimes, let me see if I get this right. All right. There's leftover CC. There's a grocery list. Kind of a hot mess up there. They've been working there, but then everything's drug out. There's that cat. It's just a hot mess. Say hi. Say hi. They're so funny. Oh, so the whole point was, then there's that couch. So that couch was given to us by my mom because she had it. She wanted to get something else or whatever. And so we got it. We actually got 2 of them. We were like, oh, this will be nice. And I've sat in them in our house, but they didn't get as much wear as they got here. They instantly disintegrated. I've been thinking about the apartment size couches that Walmart carries, actually purchasing one of those. But at that point, I'm like, before I do that, I should probably go hit the thrift store and see what's there. So I'm going to probably see about that. Permanently in preschool says, I do a daycare and run 3 loads of dishes a day through our washer. God bless warranties. I think the service department hates us. You know what's funny? So as we're designing our next house, I'm probably not going to get a dishwasher. 6 kids probably am not getting a dishwasher at all. Nope. My husband's like, what's more important? I'm like, an ice maker. I want an ice maker. I'm like, I think I can live without a dishwasher. I want an ice maker. Edify says, love it. I need to hear that. Permanently in school says, dancing cheers you up. Born to book says, love random dance parties. Sometimes I have to say, okay, fresh air time, and we drop everything and go outside. I need to do more of that. I think I tend to go outside and run away, and then it's just so stinking hot and humid, the whole 9 yards. Joelle says, yes, I so want fall. We have had 45 days of 100 plus temperatures. Oh, wait, I missed one. Sarah says, my husband said silly is the only way to survive motherhood. I agree. Permanently in preschool says, laugh out loud, share, we'll make it viral. You know what? It's all right. Being with y'all is enough. I don't need to be viral at all. I'm good. I'm happy. And that's been the nice part. It's like, I'm happy with what I do and not trying to be something, you know, there was a point I'm like, oh, I would love to be a big YouTuber. I don't know if I'd want the pressure. It's just kind of nice. Like, I have such an amazing, loyal fan base that that's more important than having a large number of subscribers. Just having a core, even though like we've never met each other in person, but that just come back. And it takes me a little longer to remember everybody's story because that's my brain. But it's like reconnecting. It's like, oh yeah, I remember your story. I remember what's going on. It takes me a while. I do remember. Crystal says, cool. Sometimes you have to do something okay, crazy, and have fun when times are crazy and rough. Yeah, it's really rough sometimes. It is. Lately, we have been jamming loud music in the truck to have fun. My 2-year-old asked for it to be louder. We're learning pentatonics music in our homeschool this year. Oh, that's isn't that the one that they all sing? No, they're all a cappella. Lady says, I have to exercise, but I don't always have time to. I take Valerina and evening primrose oil to help me relax and be in a better mood. I also take Super B complex to help with energy. Also prayer. Yes. I love your chairs from the 83. Yeah. They're so, I feel like I should be wearing like a Miami Vice like blazer or something. But did you see Walmart came out with blazers? I think I'm going to have to get one. I'm starting to be like, no shame in my game that I love Walmart. Walmart's really throwing up the jam, though. Totally throwing up the jam. Mel made it. Lindsay says, I made it. My baby is throwing a fit, but I'm trying to listen. Oh, thank you. Lauren says, we haven't had rain since June 4th. What? Okay, listen, it is so humid here. That was part of the reason my fridge was not working. It is so humid. That's what I hope for my channel. Right. It is neat. It's just, you have to be consistently putting out there. Oh, and then that was the other thing. So I did the virtual homeschool collab, the VHC, and I did everything I'm supposed to do for the playlist. The playlist is not working. I have to go and personally like put everybody in, and I'm trying to get that figured out. I've got somebody on it. We're trying to figure it out. It's just crazy. Have to chime in on dishwasher. Mama 7, home cooked 3 meals. Finally got a bush. Yay! I can run that sucker 3 times daily. Haven't killed it. I know, right? I will say, like, this next one may not have a dishwasher, but my final one, I'm going all out. It's gonna have everything I need. I could really use your prayers. We had our first ultrasound for baby number 4, and the baby's heart rate is really low and measuring 2 weeks behind. The doctor thinks the baby will not make it. Oh no, that's not good. Family roots, I'm so sorry. I hope that's not the case. So we gonna pray for a miracle. I'm writing it down. All right. We go back for another ultrasound next week, so please pray. Okay. I totally want to, Lindsay says, I totally want to participate in the VHC, but missed the call for it. I just put the call out last Friday. You're good. It'll be there forever. Hopefully I can get it figured out how everything gets connected, and I won't have to worry about it, so you can come back through anytime. But it's all month, and then I think second week of next month or something like that, I will put out the September VHC assignment. So it's just something fun. I know a lot of people got their YouTube channel started because of the VHC, so I hope that continues to grow that. And it's just like building, like my whole like standpoint behind the VHC was at the time there was not very many homeschoolers, and there was a lot of perfect polys presenting the homeschool thing, and we were kind of in a place a couple of years ago that the homeschoolers were on blogging, but they weren't as loud on YouTube. And it was just like opening the door and the courage and the reason for everybody to just start chiming in and be part of the conversation, and just to open people's eyes up and make it more available to be in front of their face to see what it is. Have I sold my house yet? No, but it could happen this month. Keep me in your prayers. It could happen this month. Lindsay says, do you post the VHC assignments on Facebook only? No, I posted them on here on YouTube on my channel. If you just type virtual homeschool collab August 2018, you will see. And I'm going to try and maintain that same title reference, so it'll be really easy to look them up, like virtual homeschool collab August, virtual homeschool collab September, and just keep it that way. You're welcome, Family Roots. Twins at Heart says, sorry not talking at the airport and holding phone to ear. Sarah says, I want to start a channel, but I'm still working up the courage. You'll get there. It'll be good, though, when you do. You're definitely one of the reasons I dove into making YouTube videos, but thank you. I'll jump into the film VHC. Yes. And of course, just bear with me. I thought I had this all figured out. And, you know, every day you think you have it figured out, you don't. And that was just like I get these great ideas. I'm like, I should run with that. And then as I start running with it, I'm like, oh, I don't really have the time to run with that. What was I thinking? And that's why I kind of feel like with large family keto meals, I thought I could put one out every month. And I thought that was being like really conservative and being like, oh yeah, every one a month is easy. It might be one every 2 months. And I have to watch myself because, you know, we're 11 weeks, 10 weeks from that test. And it's really easy to get caught up in other activities, especially my ADHD brain could just so get up and caught up with other things and go, oh, I was supposed to be doing this. So I'm trying to be really, really careful about doing that until after October. So I'm hoping like maybe I'll be a new person come November. And at the same time, I've been really fighting not burning the candles off at both ends. That has been hard. We're doing something so different for 4-H this year. So different. And scaling everything down to being just what's the most important thing, and me not getting so like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. In all reality, it's Katie's last year to get to be at that level, so we'll see how that goes. I have so much grace and patience for anything YouTube related, and I totally get how your brain works. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Lindsay, that is so sweet. And it's so funny because I will tell you in the last year, so it was a year ago that I realized how ADHD I was, because I never was diagnosed. And when I began reading, I was like, oh, that's so smart. I'm ADHD. Okay. And giving myself grace that I don't have to think like everybody else or what I thought I should think like, and just working with what I have, has been such a freeing concept for me. Joelle says, I'm just happy to get the keto mixed in with family dinners without using all the pots and pans in the kitchen, right? I'm really, and the thing with the keto is keeping it really simple. And I'm to the point I can eat keto without anybody even realizing I'm eating keto, which is really good because, yeah. And then that was the other thing too. I might have to do a video on it. Like, should I keep doing keto if I'm not going to lose weight? And I'm going to tell you, like, I can't even begin to tell you, yes. I am not losing weight. I've lost some inches, but digestively, I feel so good. Hold on. I think I just saw a car pull up. Oh, that was somebody out there playing with something. I thought I saw the reflection. I was like, what is here? But digestively, I feel so much better. And because of that, I told my husband, I said, I'm going to keep doing it because it doesn't feel like interfering or anything. And maybe one day the weight will come off and maybe it won't. But the biggest thing is my weight hasn't changed. I'm between 170 and 172 any day of the week. And that's huge, huge for me. That literally over the last 8 weeks, I have been the same weight. I'm never the same weight. I'm either losing it or gaining it. And I'm just kind of like, well, if this is how I have to eat to maintain, that's okay. At least I'm maintaining for once instead of all over the board. And I was intermittent fasting, but I'm really stressed out, so I'm not intermittent fasting. And the more fat I eat, the better I feel psychologically with stress. So why not keep going? And that's been kind of my main thing. Sarah says, I feel like I owe so much to large homeschool families because I homeschool now because you gave me the courage to start that. Right? I know I have a friend, she's been going through a lot of stress and she's only got 2, and I'm like, there's kind of a nice part about realizing you don't have control. Having a lot of kids makes you realize you do not have control. You just kind of keep on going the best you can. And it becomes a blessing that we don't even try to control things we can't. We're just like, we can't. We're done. And I think it's helped me out a lot. I was very controlling on things, and through having children, I just don't. There's just no point. I just kind of roll with it. And I think the big part is you learn to roll with things when you realize it doesn't matter what you do, you can't change it. So make the best of it, kind of deal. Oh, Lindsay was laughing about getting the keto mix in there. Treating insulin resistance and other gut issues with diet makes it 100% worth it, even if you don't lose weight. Right. And eventually it's got to go forward and be good. Permanently in a preschool says daycare and homeschooling have the same issues. You feel you're alone, but yet we how about we all share that? That's what she says. How about we all share that? She uses such kind words to get what she wants, don't you? Hey, hey, tell them, do you use kind words to get what you want? She's not going to answer. Do you like that though? Oh, she says yes. Tell them, say, I use kind words to get what I want. Yeah, go. Yeah, go. What? No, whisper, just tell me. No, don't take it out. If I take my earbud out, she'll whisper it to me. Yeah, she didn't whisper anything. All right, go have fun. Sorry, I was just hoping you can get her cute, darling little voice in there, her little whispers. But yet we're doing really important work, and come to realize like how many of us are just like, we all feel that way. The homeschool moms I meet in person, when I meet with you guys via messaging, we all struggle with that. Joel says, Trish, your review on Easy Peasy and other videos gave me the push to homeschool. Thank you. That makes me feel so good. Thank you. Sarah says, yep. No control with 7 different personalities running the roost. It is. Sometimes I don't feel nearly as control as I used to. Like I used to kind of run this show, and they've kind of learned the show and they run it themselves a little bit on me, even at the point of my humor kind of deal. Running my humor has been kind of funny too. Hey, don't drink all that. Go get on the potty. Go get on the potty. I have not used time for learning. I've looked at it a few times, and I don't know. I had a few times where I was like, I'm going to use this, and then I just didn't. Is there? But oh, there's no more left. Go potty. Go get on the potty. My kids had the best time. We got a I'll have to put the link on there, but a munch pack. So this is the one that came from Turkey, and they love these. But it's really kind of cool because then you can go and order more. I have to put it down there because it's like $10 for a little sample box, but I have a $3 off code. I'll put it down there. But it is so, we had the best time. Like I totally skipped out on the keto diet just for that. Yeah, so we didn't do time for learning. I keep sitting on the fence. My kids have done an amazing job since February working through Saxon math that I'm a little bit, I want to keep them there, but at the same time, I would like to change up some of their stuff since they have so much book work to do to give them that math and to help them move through math. But I don't know. It's been a real hard one. I have one of them on teaching textbooks, and I've really enjoyed her being on teaching textbooks, and I can see what's going on. So I stand there at both of them. Hi, Trish. So glad to be here. You are so sweet. Praying for you with your test coming and your family and life. Thank you, Nancy. I need it. Homeschool Honey says we love Munch Pack. Well, use the Just So Trish. I think it's Just So Trish is the code. Use that. I think it gets you $3 off. But I'll put it all later on in the thing. Are we doing foundations and essentials? So 3 of my kids are doing foundations. 1 of those is doing essentials. And 2 are doing challenge with me, which makes for a fun dynamics because there's 3 other boys in that class that I'm directing, and the parents just think it's so funny because my kids and I are bantering in a very playful, respectful, tongue-in-cheek way. So it makes for really neat dynamics. It's a very easygoing, fun, high energy class. And I don't know if it's just from having the 2 of them and myself there, but all of us are very playful. I have 2 of the 3 other kids that are there. 2 are not that they're not playful. They're very reserved. And the 3rd one, he's very playful. And he's a lot like my boy who very playful and it's fun, but just kind of like me, he uses his energy really quick. It's loud, crazy, and then it's gone. And I run into that. And it's kind of funny because the more introvert people, slow, like it feels like they don't run their energy off as quickly at all. And they're very more reserved. And it's not even that they're reserved, they're just like absorbing everything. And I feel like they have a longer stamina than the rest of us. So it's been like a really neat dynamic, but you can tell that they enjoy loving the bantering, but it's constructive, relevant, and sincere bantering. It's not chaos and crazy and cruel by any means. We love Saxon math. It's less overwhelming for my rising third grader because it's 2 pages per day. Yeah, and we're using the old school math books. We are. No, I don't want one. But I do. I kind of wonder, like, oh, would they like easy peasy? Not easy peasy. Would they like teaching textbooks? I did get. I've dabbled with it, but I never bought it with the intent to use it. And I haven't done like this is what we're doing. This is our schoolwork because we're only a couple weeks in, and I'm still kind of figuring it out. For my third grader, um, we're doing foundations. She was going to do. I bought rod and staff. I was going to do grade 3, but there was some problems coming up, and she wasn't understanding the instruction, and what she was doing was kind of glazing over so far. And so I like the teaching textbooks because it has the interaction back and forth for her. And then we did, and then I actually have her Emerseals, the primary language lessons. I have that little book for her, one of the original little books. And I picked up a spelling book and I picked up easy grammar. So that was it. That's what I was trying to get to. Is I've dabbled with easy grammar, but I never bought it. And I just kind of was like, I want something that I know what we're doing, the whole 9 yards. The easy grammar, I bought the teacher book and I bought her workbook. And so we're in 2 lessons now. I love it. I can't even believe how much I love it. I can't believe I haven't used it before. I can't believe I just didn't get it. It's great. It is so great. And it's so quick and easy. I kind of wish I didn't wait so long to use it. And I've enjoyed that. And we got done with our page today, and we're just going to move on. So I figured about a week or 2, I'd give you a better review of it. Crystal says, Trish, did you see my question in regards to classical conversations and how it works for kids with disabilities and lower levels of learning per level and the level of conversations? Okay, I didn't get that. I'm sorry, Crystal. I think it would work well. Like if you have a child, I've actually talked to my girlfriend for when her daughter goes to middle school and she has some delays. And I'm like, even though at that point they would be like, put her into challenge, I don't know if challenge would ever be something for her. Pieces of challenge, maybe, but not so far of that. But I think if you were having like lower levels, you can hang out in foundations and you probably hang out in essentials. But I think you could hang out in foundations for quite a while and still get those pegs and eventually, and you'd move what you see as fit. Now they have their terms like you have to be a certain age for a certain thing. But I would definitely talk to your directors that are in your area or your SR. It's like their service rep, I think it is called. I debated on teaching textbooks, but decided to stick with what we know she does well with. Well, and I was thinking about doing like right now I got to go ahead and purchase for Addie because you get like 15 lessons for free to try. So I'm like, I might put my son on there and see how that goes and see if he can work through it and stuff. I haven't decided yet. I'm like, I don't have to make that decision today. We can keep going. There's no harm, no foul. We'll just keep going until I decide to. We have a group in my city and possibly want to join. Yeah, definitely call them and talk to them and see what they suggest. We like teaching textbooks, did Saxon before, and it was overwhelmed my ADHD son, right? Georgia says, we live in a trailer and it can be hard to homeschool with limited space. Yes. Yes, it can. And sister, I got limited space. I mean, I think my common area is 12 by 15 in here, and that's my living room and a kitchen bar, and part of my pantry comes into it. And then my kitchen is maybe 10 by 12. So it's like, kind of deal. But I like these cubes. I've done a few. I just did a see those cubes? Those are Better Homes and Gardens cubes. And that's like an encyclopedia. I'm thinking about putting another thing up there so that I can get some more height up there. Okay, so what was I going to tell you? Oh, and then that helps. And then I'm actually using one right now. Let's see. These right here help a lot. These little stools. So we pop them up and close them up. And then I love this table here. I use a lot of fold up tables. And I mean, look, I even have a, see, this is my crazy electronic space. And then right over there, see, that's my pantry right there. I just did a video at Walmart. I figured it would go viral. I think it's one of those that'll be slow to go viral, but it'll be right up there with like my top 3 videos are okay. My top 3 videos are the Premier Protein video, easy peasy. And then it's like book binding one day and the other day it's like life pack. Really? Okay, there, I came back. Oh, I thought maybe I've lost everything. So I figured it would come in there. What phonics program did you use? My favorite phonics program starts at 1st grade. Some people do it sooner, and it is the Christian Light Education Learning to Read. For kindergarten right now, we're using ACE, and I like it, and we can kind of move through it quickly, and it's really good when we do it. And yeah, we're having a hard time getting through week 2, and most of that sitting down and making the time because I'm trying to keep my older kids on task, the whole 9 yards. Vicky made it, yay! Born the Book is back. Sarah says, loving the folding table's good. Yes, I think it will go. Your Walmart one is good. Thanks. I thought it would be good. It was kind of funny. My kids were laughing at me in the store when it's like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? You know, are you really doing all this? And then, yeah, they thought I was nuts. And then I had people who were like, you're videoing Walmart. I was like, dude, go away. I'm good. I love the bookbinding one. I bought a binder with my next grant after watching it. It's been really nice to make books with the children's artwork. Oh, yeah, the one. It's the best. I'm getting the folding tables. I like the folding tables. I'm looking at matching the shelves and getting a better coffee table with the seats that go in it. But I really want to get another couch. I really want to change out the couch. But that just takes time to go hit the thrift store and see what I can find and see if in the end they just want to go and buy one. I like the idea. Okay, so this is where I've gotten to be really guilty for Walmart. I love that I can just go online and Walmart delivers it. It delivers it in a couple days to my door, all done. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's kind of made me lazy. And then at the same time, I'm like, I kind of would like to test out Walmart and see what it's like. Just to see, just to see the quality and stuff while I'm living here, kind of deal. And I figured the other nice part is whatever we buy here, we'll transfer to the next house very easily. And I mean, the difference in the next house is we're just going to have a few more feet this way and that way and over there, kind of deal. So that would work out really good. Some people are reporting that the prices online are more than the store. Yeah, some of the stuff I'm picking up too has to do, that is true. You have to watch out in what's in one store isn't at the other store for price. or things. A lot of stuff that I've ordered is not in the store. So like a lot of these shelvings, I can get like maybe one or two are in the store, but then I'm beating them up just to get them here. And what's been nice is when they're delivered, same price, um, they come really easy. They come super, super easy. So that works out good. Wow, okay, we did an hour. We did an hour. We didn't know if I'd stay awake. Isn't that crazy? So I'm gonna go. I think I might actually take a nap today and be careful about not running myself ragged. Maybe we'll do some kindergarten or something like that. Delivery is so sweet in the winter. Listen, I'm getting to the point. I mean, I think we talked about this the other week. Even if you go online to Walmart, their quality of what they're presenting reminds me very much of like IKEA, very Target style and quality of what they're representing. In some ways, they kind of, I'm a little bit like, don't get rid of your mainstay brand now. I might be a mainstay girl. I'm not gonna lie, let's just say, I'm wearing Walmart. I ain't gonna lie, I'm wearing Walmart. I'm wearing Walmart. I'm wearing Walmart. I go out, I try to make Walmart look good. Listen, that's my job. Now I'm wearing like Marshall's Bell's Outlet right here with my sunglasses. More than likely Walmart. I'm wearing Walmart. That should be a new hashtag. I'm wearing Walmart. That is gonna be my new hashtag. I might have to start doing some like, this is what I'm crashing. It's either that or I'm wearing thrift. I'm wearing Walmart or I'm wearing thrift. It's one of the two. Um, I've been getting a little better about buying some clothes the at like the Bell's Outlet and stuff. But hashtag I'm wearing Walmart. I think my girls could do that too. I don't know. I'm just at the point I like don't think I care. You so got me into Walmart online. Okay, not a Walmart fan. Oh, Sarah, I'm sorry. It's just easy for me. And I'm just glad they're bringing it better. I get stained too much to wear better. Well, and here's the thing too is I don't like that Walmart tends to be disposable. Like it's hard getting the stains out of those clothes. But I will tell you, Addie, come here. Okay, good. Stand over there. I got to show you Addie. So Addie's a hard one to dress. There she is. She's all legs, little waist. And so she's really hard to dress. These jeans we just got at Walmart. They were like $11.59. Best pair we found yet. We went to it. We went to Bell's, thinking to buy just thank you. The shop for her, and she's so hard. And I think it's the Jordache is at Walmart. Or maybe I don't know. Addie, lift up yours back here so let me see the back of the yeah, the Jordache brands at Walmart. And I was like, oh yeah. I was so happy. I love thrift stores. I have a hard time having the time to go through thrift stores. But you know what I actually like better than thrift stores are the consignment shops because that's some good stuff. They make a living on that. Lindsay says we're in a small town. Walmart is the only big box we have in 50 miles. I like Walmart. Permanently in preschool says I don't like Walmart, but I put up with it because it's the way it is now. I've got at the point of I like Walmart. I like Walmart for the convenience of it. To go to a Target, I have to pass 2 Walmarts to get there. And one of the things I have to say about it is, in some ways, there gets to be a lot of shaming. And Walmart, I was like, you know, there's better. There's always better. And at the same time, I'm just kind of like, making good of enough, making good of enough. And for now, it's just Walmart. But I'm thankful. I feel like they keep coming better. The one thing I do not like, and I've noticed, I don't know if it's anywhere else. Tell me if it's somewhere else. The jeans are made with recycled plastic. I don't like the way they feel. They're very stretchy. They remind me a lot of leggings, but I'm like, Don't like them. All right, why did you retract your message on there? Oh. Lindsay says, we love the Children's Place jeans for long-legged, skinny-waisted girls, and I wait for them to go on sale for $8. Oh, I need to do that. I don't do that because it's an hour away. I don't go there. I'm 20 to 30 minutes from everything, including the Walmart, so I have a ton of choices. Oh, see, that's so nice. Don't like Target because of the bathroom policy. Amen to that one. I don't like that either. I didn't go in there for a long time. But now we go in and we go in very short spurts. We'll hit the shoe rack, we'll hit the clearance toys, and we'll hit, just a couple things, and then we're out. And really, I've only just started going there in the last little bit. I buy them there online when they do free shipping. I didn't know that. I need to know that. That's been the big thing about living small, is all of us learning that we should love what we have, and if we don't love it, don't have it. And that's been a game changer for us. Actually, I'm realizing before I take a nap today, I need to put up some IKEA shelves. I love those like little IKEA shelves. I put them everywhere. And I'm going to put some up today. So anyway, I don't have them sitting out anymore. But I just making the best. What's the bathroom policy? You go whatever bathroom you want to according to how you feel, and nobody can stop you. So if a man wants to walk into the women's bathroom, whether he wants to be dressed as one or not, it does not matter. And there were some issues there. There's some issues. So anyways, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to cover us in prayer. I went a good 10 minutes longer than I should have, which is amazing for as tired as I am. They're fixing to start writing me messages. They're all right here. They're swarming me like the vultures over the recent roadkill, looking to devour me. That's what they're doing. So I better get them in mode. My son looks like he's going to play cards, and I doubt he has his stuff done. So I guess I'm going to have to mom up on this one. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift you give us. Thank you for just letting us know that being enough, doing enough is enough. Lord, thank you for the camaraderie and the fellowship you provide for us. Thank you for the hearts being shared, for the realness of sometimes it's not about feeling overjoyed in doing it, but just being willing and committed to put one foot in front of the other. Lord, I want you to be with Family Roots as they go through their next ultrasound. You know the plan you have for that child. Lord, I seek that you provide comfort in whichever way it goes, and healing. And Lord, be the great physician and give this child a healthy and strong start. But Lord, in all things we ask it to be done in your will and not by ours. And it's so hard at times that we don't understand why we're going through the trials, and we don't understand why we're dealing with the difficulties we're dealing with, and how we just, if it was in our control, we would step out and be done. Lord, and yet we walk in your will, and if that means walking to the end of the path of those trials, we do it, because we do it, it's with you. Lord, and we have comfort in you. Lord, we know that you do this for all greater things beyond our concept. But Lord, we ask you to be with us in each step. In your son's precious name, amen. All right, I will talk to y'all later.